Hello, this is Ashi from Crafting with Ashi and welcome to this video. This is the card making today. I've used this doggy a few times and I absolutely adore him. So let me show you what I did. I'm going to start off with my stamping, and I've got a piece here of Whisper White cardstock, and it's just a piece of scrap that I have. And we're going to stamp a memento. And let me show you the stamp set again. It's this one called Pampered Pets, and I'm using the image here, but you could use the cats or the little one here, the dog scratching himself, whatever you like. So as I said, I'm going to stamp a memento, but we're going to colour him using the Stampin' Blends alcohol markers. So ink that up and then put him down. Yeah, that's perfect. So we're going to do some colouring. So I'll bring in my markers, and I've got the Real Red, my colour lifter, basic black, and the one I'm going to use the most of is the Smoky Slate. So I'm just going to zoom you in a little bit so you can see a bit better what I'm doing. And I'm just going to start colouring in, and I'll put you on fast forward and I'll see you at the end. Okay, so that's our little doggy coloured in. So now I'm going to use the stitch shaped framelits, and these are them, to cut him out. And I'm going to use the largest of the squares, which I have here ready. So I'm just going to cut that out through and put it through the die cutting machine, and I'll be back. Okay, so we've cut out our little doggies there, so I'm just going to set him aside while I work on the rest of the card. I've got here a piece of the Designer Series paper, and this is the Pampered Pets. And this piece measures 14 point, no it doesn't, it measures 13.85 by 9.5 centimetres. So all I'm going to do is divide the 9.5 centimetres basically into 3, so that's going to be about 3.3 each, but you don't have to be that exact. So there we have our 3 pieces. So I'm just going to set that aside. I'll take the big shot away. And then I'm going to bring back my card base, and the card base here is Real Red, and this is a standard A6 card base. That's an A4 sheet cut in half and then folded in half. And then we're going to bring back our pieces here. We're just going to make sure our patterns line up, so because I didn't keep them all together properly, so you can see here they're not lining up, so you just need to get them to line up, which is happening now. It was, I've got this the wrong way around. Let's see, it doesn't work one way, it's going to work the other way. So those two must go there, and there we go. Not difficult at all. Okay, so now we know the order we're going to put them down on. So I'm just going to use some Tombow because it'll give me a bit of wiggle room. And you could of course just put the one piece of cardstock down, you don't have to break it up into panels, but I just wanted to do something a little bit different. So we're just going to get it sort of evenly distributed, like that. And then I'm going to take the next one. Trying not to get, and we're just going to leave, as you can see, a little gap between the panels. And then this is the last one here. But as I said, you don't have to do this if you don't want to. You can just have it as one. But there we have our panels done quite simply. Now we're going to stick our little doggy down to mat him up as well. And this piece of Real Red measures 7.5 centimetres square. So since I've got the Tombow in hand, I'm just going to put a bit of that down and then mat our dog onto that. like that. We'll close up our Tombow, actually no, we're not, we're going to need it still. And we're going to paste this piece down here. Now I haven't cut this piece off yet, so I'm just going to measure it like this, because I didn't know how much I'd need. It would just depend on the borders I made between the gaps I left. So I just measured that very roughly. Just going to get my scissors and hopefully try and cut straight. There we go. And this was just a piece of scrap that was left over, and I'm actually going to put Tombow on this side so we can see the reverse of the pattern. Okay, and the reverse of the pattern has text, so make sure you get it the right way around, because you don't want your text to be upside down. I'm just going to put that across the centre, and the text is so fun. It says scratch, wag, play, love, bark, woof, dig, chase, scratch. So it was just so fun. And now we're going to stick a little doggy up using dimensionals. So I've got some here. So we need quite a few, unfortunately. So there's going to be quite a few backings to take off, but there's no way around that. So it is what it is. So there we go. Give it a press down. Makes it easier to take the backings off. It's just one of those jobs I don't enjoy, as I've said many a time before, I'm sure, is taking all these backings off, but it can't be helped. I like the effect, so we're going to do it. And then I'm just going to put Doggy down like that. And then I've got here some of the, what is this called? The double stitch satin ribbon. And we're going to try and tie a bow using this. Okay, so I managed to tie a bow at last. And we're just going to stick it down before it runs away with some glue dots. I love my glue dots. They get me out of a ton of problems. So give it a good push down and move everything out the way, and there are our cards. So I hope you enjoyed the project. If you did, I'd be grateful if you could give it a thumbs up so YouTube know, and don't forget to subscribe to future videos. If you want any more information about this project, supply list, links to my online shop, etc., it'll be in the description box below, along with all my social media links. So thank you once again, and until next time, enjoy being creative. Bye!